Hey guys, my name is CandorCore, and today we are going to be playing some Rimworld. I haven't played Rimworld in a little while, but I have played a little bit of it, just a couple of hours, and so I'm really excited to get back into it. Now, I haven't really played too much since the Ideology expansion released, so I took a look at a few of the options. We'll go over what I made, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to play a group that is just really into being sado-masochists, They're just going to be none necessarily cruel, they're going to be awful to prisoners, they're going to have no regard for their own safety, and maybe I can get some ideology stuff in there too. So we'll see how it turns out. Now, this is going to be my second attempt at this kind of colony. I did previously play for a couple of hours and I got a little bit of a recording done, but I didn't really like how it was going. Not the game was fine, just the recording itself. So this is going to be my second attempt, and I'm not going to be going in as brand new as I might have otherwise, but this is going to be a brand new experience for me actually loading something up to YouTube. So we're going to see, how the editing changes, how my playstyle changes. I'm going to be doing some experimenting with this, so, if you are out there and if you are watching, it might be a bit of a bumpy ride, but we'll get somewhere together. And we can just hope that somewhere is, nice, and not like, the shit-stained gas station bathroom where you accidentally end up giving your first blowjob. Let's get started with a new colony. Now, we're going to go with Lost Tribe for this one. And let's go for the settings. Blood and Dust is the one I usually like to play on. Randy Random, of course, just for the memes, if nothing else. And Commitment Mode, because that's the way it should be played, I think. Now, I'm going to randomize until I find something that kind of works here. Ooh, Razor and then Blade. Okay, let's go for that. Alright, so you can see the only mod that I have installed is Prepare Carefully. Now, I don't use that to customize my pawns, or at least I'm not going to for this one. What I did use it for is to ensure that I don't have to keep hitting the randomize button a million times. Which is to say, I did hit the randomize button a million times, I got a squad of 5 that work for me, and then I hit save preset on that. But I haven't touched the pawns themselves using the editor. All of their strengths and weaknesses came from RNGesus, aka Randy. Alright, so I'm thinking because I still haven't played a lot with this patch, I want to get somewhere that's not too difficult. As you'll see in a moment why, I want to pick a nice mountainous biome. So let's see, what am I used to? I'm used to colder climates, might just be my Canadian self coming in. Okay, so we're going to pick this place here, deep in the mountains. Now, it's got granite, marble, and limestone. I didn't check the stone before I selected it, I just selected it for its location. Quite central here. Boreal forest is, of course, a nice little biome for me to use. Plenty of wood, all of that good stuff. One of the easier biomes, actually, but just because it's been so long since I've gotten into the game, I'm not going to stress myself out too much. Next playthrough, I'll probably be on an extreme desert, give myself something fun to do. Or maybe I'll feel like doing Ice Sheet again. That's always a lot of fun, honestly. But for now, Boreal Forest. Gets me plenty of neighbors that I can go out and meet. So, for our ideology, we're going to go with a custom one that I spent in the last recording an hour and a literal half making. We are the Tormentists. Each of us has committed sins without counting, and upon our death we will be punished eternally for each of them. This punishment can be alleviated only by suffering in life, and for each finite agony that we endure, our infinity of torment shall be lessened. Cruelty shall be our charity. For this reason, we've got pain is virtue, obviously. The more pain that we suffer, the more pain that we save in the afterlife. Proselytizer, we must spread our beliefs. Raider, because what better way is there to spread pain? And Tunneler, because it has a high impact, and I wasn't at a high enough impact for my liking before. This is actually going to dictate a lot of the way that we play this game, as it turns out. But in any case, the idea here is that we are going to be some mountain raiders that go out, raid, cause pain and suffering, and then GTFO. Now, I'm not sure how many people we're going to end up stabbing in the back. Hopefully that we can just raid that one tribal settlement a bit, get some of the others raided as well. But, you know, if we start getting bored, who knows? I might start making enemies with everybody. Who gives a fuck? We'll find out. So, let's go through some of the precepts here. Raiding required, obviously. Slavery, honorable, also obviously. Physical love is horrible. Just never do it. Any kind of pleasure is just a bad idea, first off. And second off, you know, the more people you bring into the world, the more sins are going to be committed. And since every soul is damned to an eternity of at least some level of pain, every new life is a crime. Comfort is ignored. This is just required. Insect meat loved. Pain idealized, obviously. These things are all required by the precepts. Diversity of thought, intense bigotry. Like I said, we're going home. Mining yield. I think this is, yeah, this is just required by the meme tunneler. What does this do, actually? Just mining yield plus 10%. Okay, why not? Proselytizing frequent, obviously. Ref living welcome. Slab bed preferred. Temperature tough. Alright, so execution. Respected if guilty. Now, you might think it would be odd for us to not just be totally fine with killing prisoners, right? Same with corpses. Why would we find corpses ugly? Well, because every time someone dies before being tortured straight, like, to the point of incapacity, that person is suddenly doomed to an eternity of pain and suffering, right? And that's awful. Female clothing and male clothing is pants only, mostly because I like the idea of people walking around with like that flagellation on their back. I don't think we're going to do that, you know, for a bunch of reasons, but, you know, equality here, free the nip. Cannibalism is horrible because cannibalism is just kind of easy mode, honestly. Fungus is preferred, that's a required precept, small spaces don't care. Apostasy, abhorrent. Obviously. Like I said, we're going hard. Blind is horrible. Corpses, I explained that. Eating nutrient paste, disgusting. Research, normal. Organ use is acceptable. That's because, what, if we harvest someone's organ, they're just gonna, you know, they're gonna suffer. Excellent, right? Men's and women's spouses, one only. I really wish I could just deactivate marriage altogether, but I can't. Marriage name, keep names. It's the closest I could get. I can't get rid of it. Alright. So, the leader is the Supreme Inflictor, or Supreme Inflictrix for the women. The moral guide is the Lasher. The melee specialist is the Inflicted. The mining specialist is the Stone Terror. All of them have required apparel of Tortured Crown, except for the melee specialist, because one, the melee specialist needs a helmet. Like, I'm sorry, if you're in melee, you need a helmet. He's gonna be inflicted enough. Now, we call funeral and sacrifice submission because you are submitting yourself to the eternity of punishment. Scarification is called the painification. Symbol burning, symbolic immolation. And that is where we are going to... No. Okay, give me a second here. I'm gonna rename this shit. Alright, there it is. So, symbol burning, symbolic immolation, and the symbol of humanity. We hope to burn as many people alive as we can, which is of course why our relics are a plasma sword and an incendiary launcher, as well as a minigun, because really, what else is going to cause you more pain than those weapons? The Tormentist Mark, that's fine. Pew, obviously the least comfortable thing that you can sit in. I was raised a Catholic, I can vouch for that. Alright, no weapons, because as long as it causes pain, it's fine. Our venerated animal is the most sadistic of all creatures, the cat. Preferred apparel is the Torture Crown. I don't feel like I have to explain why. And appearance, I mostly didn't care too much about it. I just put like the tattoos all to normal, and then that was it. I don't care. Alright. So, we're going to prepare carefully. And we're going to load the preset of Masochist. Alright, so basically I rolled up 8 random masochist pawns and I selected the best 5 from among them. I haven't edited them at all using Prepare Carefully. I did re-roll the only pawn I had with shooting experience because they had Alzheimer's or something, so I re-rolled that one until I got one that was actually usable. But aside from that, these are the best 5 from out of those 8. The gods were very blah blah blah. Okay, let's take a look at where we're at. Alright, interesting. So already, we've got some tunnels here. We've got some insects, that's good, because our people like insect meat. Now I guess my question is, do I want to start building in? Do I want to risk that right away? Probably not. I'd probably like to get a little bit of armor on before I confront these guys. I can't remember if they will automatically spawn larger hives from the very beginning one. I know that if you leave an infestation alone for too long, it will expand, but I don't know if that's true of these ones that kind of like originate with the tiles. Aside from that, let's take a look. So we've got some boars. Oh, for wildlife. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we've got a lot of wildlife here. I'd forgotten how much is in... boreal forests. Now, as for all this other stuff, we got ancient fences. I think these are all, like... I think this is some of the useless stuff, right? Like, it doesn't matter... It's never going to give any useful resources. Ooh, we've got more insects down here. As well as some... Garrulix? Size and glowing protrusions, beautiful to look at, it dies when exposed to light. How beautiful to look at. 4. Okay, so like moderately, I guess. Alright. Yeah, we've got a number of things here. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. We got some steel walls here. That's useful. Alright, well I think we'll be digging into the mountain starting here. This is probably a good place to start. Alright. Let's set work priorities. Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna have to rename all these guys. Let's see here. Okay, so I renamed the colonists and I set the work priority. So as you can see, I've got everything at 2 at the highest, with the exception of Life Shaper, who's on 1 for Doctor. The reason is just in case I need everybody to suddenly go to Plant Cut or something, I can just pump this all the way up to 1. Saves me a little bit of time, and I've honestly never had much of a problem setting everything up on either between 2, 3, and 4, with again the exception of Doctor. We've got Huntress here, who is in charge of hunting, and that's basically it. If there's nothing to kill, she'll be doing hauling, cleaning, that sort of thing. She's going to do a lot of our general labor. Carver, who is only going to be mining. Carver does have other skills. She is a pretty decent constructor, she's a pretty good warden, and she is going to be doing wardening tasks as well, actually, but she's going to be assigned as our stone terror as the mining specialist role is concerned, just because we really need to carve out a pretty big mountain base pretty quickly. Next up, we've got Savant, who's going to be in charge of our research and of our art. Now, he's also probably going to be doing a little bit of growing and plant cutting when the need arises. But for right now, he's just going to be doing those 2 things. Life Shaper is in charge of our plants, is in charge of medical, and is also in charge of constructing the furniture, so they'll be shaping life in both the most direct and indirect senses. And finally, we've got the not too creatively named Maker, as they both do the cooking and the crafting. They also are going to be dealing with animals every once in a while. Maker doesn't correspond to that. Sue me. Okay, now, one of the difficulties of the tribal start is that we begin the game starving, so let's unforbid this pemmican, and we'll start feeding them pretty quickly here. Okay, Huntress is going to pick up one of these short bows. They're both the same, let's just equip this one. Carver is Who's our next best shooter? Carver is our next best shooter, kind of ironically. Oh, and then Huntress can go and eat this pemmican. Carver can do that and eat this pemmican. Savant can equip the Pila, consume this pemmican. Life Shaper can equip this wooden club and then eat this pemmican. And finally, Maker can equip this jade knife, consume this pemmican. Right, and orders. So we're going to be doing some stuff here. Now, I generally find the best way to go about things is to rely on deconstruction for the initial materials more than anything else. And this stuff is all just garbage. Let's see, is there anything terribly useful? I don't think so. What the hell is this? Shopping cart? ATM? Okay, interesting. Used to be a mall here, looks like. So, yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any, like, steel tables or anything useful, but I don't think so. Oh! I got this one here. We'll call that fine for now. Let's see. Order, where is the forbid? Unforbid all items. 13 items. Okay. Zone, stockpile zone. We'll just pump everything, I guess, here for now. Make sure to also include animal corpses. Okay, and let's just have us do some mining. Oh, right, actually, the first thing we want to build, ritual spot, right here. Okay, so we're going to let these guys go out, eat. Yeah, I know, okay? Listen, calm down. So unfortunately we don't have any rich soil too nearby, but that's fine. We just make it a little bit bigger. It's okay. And my guys are going to get pissy if I try and feed them non-fungal plant life. So I don't really see a reason to do that. We got enough animals for the nonce, so we're going to sit up some cotton for cloth. Let's actually expand this a bit, because why not? Some heal roots, because hey, heal root is always useful. Alright. And then Carver. Alright. Sign roll. It's going to be our Stone Terror. Alright, this will be witnessed by Savant and Maker. Life Shaper and Huntress both have things to do. Speaking of Huntress, you can go hunt me a couple elk, please. Alright. Carver is going to give a nice speech here. This is cool. We got the smoke going and everything. Also, I want to note that we have a warg here named Tofu, which is hilarious because wargs only eat meat, like exclusively. We got a male yak, which is food and nothing else, essentially. Alright, that's going to take a little while, so we'll just let them get to it. I'm gonna do some digging. Alright, so this is gonna be the first thing, just big enough for 5 beds and a torch and a door. So right now, Carver's mining rate is, let's see, work. Mining speed is at 75%. Yeah, go, go, go. Good job, Carver. Successful roll change. Now she's at 104% mining yield. So that's like 30% extra mining speed absolute, which 30 over 74 is proportionately like 40-odd% increase in mining speed. You know, it's good. It's good. It's good. We'll take it. Right, so Life Shaper here is deconstructing. Getting us some steel to potentially use in the future. Let's see, what is it? torch lamp can go here. We're just going to do a little bit of steel hauling here. There it is. So we've got enough pemmican for a little while. And by a little while, I do mean a little while. This is a very humble beginning, but I have faith we're going to make it work. Now we're probably going to, I'm just future planning here, probably going to have this be our freezer, right? So the freezer is going to be here, and then we'll have a little hole here where we can have the, have our vents spew out, but that's going to come, or our air conditioners spew out, but that's going to be later. In the meantime, this is really just going to be the front kitchen area. Okay, and actually let's do recreation. Okay, we're already coming close to the first day. Don't fucking get in the way of the door, please. Thank you. We're just gonna hold this open. So it looks like we are warm enough that even overnight it's probably gonna be fine. Let's see, and then zone, stockpile. We're just going to set this for all the steel chunks, or all the boulders and such that we need to get rid of. So a table here, with a couple of stools, right? Because even pain-obsessed psychopaths don't want to eat without a table. Alright, furniture, we're just going to do sleeping spots there, just to prevent anyone from sleeping outside. Alright, great. Okay, and carver. Moving in. Looks like the first day was successful in my opinion. All 5 are sleeping in nice, uncomfortable fucking the floor, basically. Do you care that you slept on the floor? Do you care that you were insulted? And then there's no slaves in the colony. See, you're in minor pain, so that's happy. Alright, solid. So we have a bunch of wood so far. That's good. We've also got a little bit of elk stuff. So the next thing I want to do, production, simple research bench. Not here. I don't want it blocking anything. That's probably going to go around in this room here. And then for now, the big problem is that until we get some more shit up, there's not too much these people can do. Alright, orders, but we can always get more wood, right? Training, train that up, thank you. Don't want to overhunt. We may already start to have spoilage issues. So let's instead just deconstruct a bunch of stuff. You know, really get some blocks going. I don't want to go into those caverns quite yet. Expand this zone just a bit. Alright, clear everything except for chunks. We're going to expand this over here. Going to do simple research bench. Goes... Great. And that's fine, just to get you out of the way there. Let's build this thing up, thank you. For research, let's go with smithing first. Alright, and then some fonts. Can focus on that for now. So, the first thing we're going to do is build these really shitty little bedrooms off to the side here, because as terrible as they are, it is much better to have an awful bedroom than an awful barrack. Okay, let's do temperature, campfire. We're going to start making some food here. Alright. Normal, clear, food, meals. Simple meal times 4, details, clear all, meat. Except for meats. Do until you have 10. Pause when satisfied. Unpause at 6. Okay, great. Now, Huntress doesn't care about plant growing, but she isn't bad at it. So we'll have her do that if there's nothing else for her to do, really. Because there's always more trees to cut. We have a life shaper here. Okay, let's... Instead of you coming back and going forth all the time, let's have you just take care of all this shit now, please. The fact that this is steel actually really slows things down a bit. Build copy. They're all armed now, right? Yep. Fantastic. Let's do that just to make it a little bit less likely to botch in the dark. So much for that. Oh, thrombos. How useless to me. Alright, great. Alright, these are the most basic doors you could possibly imagine. The basic bedrooms you could possibly imagine. But, pretty soon this awful barrack is going to turn into awful bedroom. See? That's a whole 3. A difference of 3, okay? We're fine. Alright. So this is kind of like the little kitchen area, and this is going to be a little protection area. Alright, and we're just going to move some resources in. So this stockpile is going to be for raw stuff like steel and stone. And this is where we put corpses and food and crap. Oh, right, food. Production. It's called a butcher spot. Why not? Okay, do until you got, oh, let's call it 100. Solid. We're gonna cook some food. We're gonna expand this little production area here. Once Life Shaper is done getting all this stuff, she can go get this stuff. Blocks, sandstone blocks, okay. Then production, art bench. We're gonna make some art here pretty soon. Alright, so basically there's not too much point in expanding these bedrooms until we're able to put some statues in there. How are we doing for bodies? Not that many bodies. Huntress, let's get a couple more of these elk hunted out. Alright. So, since we got a lot of wood, quite a bit of wood, make large sculpture, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, maker is bored, so let's do production. Stonecutter's table. Now we can always, we're gonna need some blocks, guarantee you that. Steel, no. Details. We're gonna make it out of wood. Alright, orders mine here. We're gonna set up an actual friggin' bedroom area. Okay, so again, just because it takes so long to mine stuff out, at least initially, we're gonna be very bare bones about this. So this is all we need initially, so that's all we're gonna dig. Carver is going to have plenty of work for some time to come. Now, obviously, the placement of these bedrooms is not going to be permanent. Actually, should I maybe set something up that's going to be a little more permanent? That makes sense, right? I don't want to have to keep, like, moving the bedrooms around as the main thing. So this is fine. Okay, that should be fine. This is basically the minimum amount we need, and I think we should be able to keep the bedrooms here for a little while. Okay, nobody's idle, which is what I like to see. Savant, of course, is going to be non-idle for some time. We're going to have him make 6 statues. One's going to go into this area, which is going to be like the kitchen rec room. Carver's just going to get used to working in the dark, I think. Okay, first one goes here. what about you? Dining room, decent, fantastic. So let's maybe sneak in here. Alright, who's really pissy right now? Carver is. Okay, who's Carver's? Oh, well, you can now officially have this as your bedroom. Now, of course, there's not going to be much of a difference so far as she's concerned between the two, at least not until we put a statue of some kind in there. But that's okay. It's just an awful bedroom, but you know, whatever. It's fine. I want to build something a little more. Then we're going to be doing a granite wall here. Oh, you can move the trees now. That's interesting. Basically, the idea is this. They come through here, and then they get wrecked by melee guys here and ranged guys back there. Now, of course, eventually we'll make a proper trap corridor, you know, really fuck up anyone trying to get in here, but for now it's fine. Okay, 3 bedrooms down. Well, looks like it's time for us to name our colony. So we are going to be the Tormented, and our colony name will be the Depths of Pain. Alright, love it. Put it on a t-shirt. Life Shapers over here. Area revealed. New area's been revealed. Ooh, okay. Well, that's a thing. So, let's see. These guys are all, oh, that reminds me. How are these guys doing? Don't appear to be significantly bigger pain in the ass. Alright. Ancient lockers. Don't know what they're doing in this random thing, but okay. Okay, so we've got some shallow water and a marsh here. Not sure what to do with this. Except probably... I don't know, we'll probably have to drain it eventually. In the meantime, stony soil. Okay, okay. Well, this might be an answer to some of our issues later. For now, decent, let's see, needs decent dining room, +2. Hells to the yes. What about recreation room? Recreation satisfied. Okay, I think we need to get to like minor impressiveness. Alright. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on here. Alright, let's see, build a copy here. So we are gonna have to... What's your problem? Oh, dormant. Okay. Health, full body, malnutrition extreme, malnutrition extreme. Ooh. You can't get any food, huh? Okay. So you're about to fucking die. Perfect. What do these guys eat? I guess... They're not hungry. I'm assuming they eat insect jelly, right? Let's see. Vegetables, raw meat, corpses, seeds, animal... Okay. So they probably just like eat fucking whatever, essentially. And these guys... Oh, dormant, not reproducing. Dormant, not reproducing. So these things aren't going to get any worse anyway. So let's just wait for this guy to die of malnutrition. We can butcher him up. Hells yes, insect meat. It's really too bad that I can't rename these work orders. Wait, have they added that yet? Have they added... No, doesn't look like it? Okay. It's annoying. Makes it a pain to track the various different ones, but there you are. Okay. So... Oh, and interesting. Looks like there's no roof here. That's going to be useful, so it means that eventually we can put a freezer here or something, should we wish. Who's pissy? Carver is still pissy. I guess that's not a surprise. Still awful. Why? Oh, it's a shitty sculpture. Well, that explains that. Do it again. I know it seems weird to be doing all this art before research, but we really need bedrooms that don't make the colonists want to fucking kill something, so... Mediocre. Well, you know what? We'll take it. Actually, why mediocre? That's my question. Well, mediocre is still better than awful. It's a difference of like 4. I'll take it. And forbid this, just so that nobody moves. Oh, you can't forbid. Oh, that's annoying. It's fine. What this does is it means that if anybody kind of goes over here, then they will be slowed down and they can't hang in here and then shoot into this area, right? Or at least not super easily. Okay. Oh, Carver's board now. Okay. So, let's see. So, do we want to set up the fungal growth? Okay, we can actually have our kitchen area, like around here. You know what? I'm not going to worry about the super long term too much. Okay, let's put down some fungal dirt. So that's all theoretically correct. One small problem, though. We absolutely do not want this thing to be so central, right? People will walk through, get dirt all over their shoes. Gross. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, maybe. We're actually here. Okay, let's see. No, I am going to worry about the long term. I'm going to fucking worry about the long term. You can't fucking stop. Well, I mean, you could try, I suppose. Probably wouldn't be very difficult. I'm not a man of strong will, so, you know. Yeah, that should be fine. So the idea is we set the fungal field up here, and then we just never fucking think about it again. Okay, yeah. Alright. You know what? Fine. I don't care. I can't care anymore than this. A cooked insect meat plus 6. Hells yes. Still not producing. Still not producing. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have these Arctic wolves hunted. Just because I would rather deal with them. Come on. Die. You're not very good at this. Eh. I guess you'll learn. Let's actually make some recurve bows, I think. Any quality, at least normal legendary. Okay. That should keep Maker busy for a little while. This is still slightly impressive, right? Yep, sure is. Just reinstall that for my own personal sanity. Okay. Gross. Alright, well, zone, stockpile here. Clear all corpses that are rotten. Come on, hit him! Cannot possibly be this hard to hit this guy. How's your movement? Run, 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 run! Faster, slightly. Oh, shit. Not anymore. Let me guess. I mean, it makes sense that it goes for the leg. It's so really annoying. Well, the wolf is bleeding out faster than Huntress is, so... There it is. And if my pawns are being smart, they should go through the door rather than walking over the trap. You know that you require bed rest, right? Thank you. Okay, so it's got to be under thick roof. That's fine. Okay. Who is Maker? Just butcher that thing. Ah, fuck me. Okay, well, I guess haul it. I'm trying to think about it. guess... Let's just keep chopping trees, I think. Maker, you are not a woodcutter, but you could be. Got nothing else to do. Chop shit. Ambush dame, sure. Oh wait, I accepted the wrong one. Oh well. Cause you... Oh no, you can do social. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. I think that's just because she was, yeah. Nice. Okay, Savant's got the highest social skill, that's why I did that one. So she should be fine. Alright, you get into that shuttle, give me my basically free honor. Away. What's Life Shaper doing? More fungal gravel. Fantastic. Alright, so we've got some fungal gravel being built in here. Got our bedrooms almost done. Come on. That's it. Normal. Excellent. Just gonna double check. Normal. Good. Normal. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, you know what? This has been a pretty good start. We got our dame here. We got our fungal grounds starting here. Bedrooms are... Yep, bedrooms are ready to go. Okay, well, it's not much of a climax, but as my girlfriend says, I'll take what I can get. I think we've had a pretty successful episode in terms of setting up the base. I do regret that without any raids, we don't have anyone to inflict pain upon, but maybe we'll get lucky next time. I mean, it's Rimworld. I'm sure someone will volunteer shortly. Until then, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Let's see, from a low of -33 to a balmy plus 13 degrees. Well, yeah, and we're beside 2 outposts here. This works for me. Raiding is required, which means that if it's been too long since our last raid, we get pissy. Which actually, oh, fuck me. Okay, fuck. Okay, so we're gonna pick this place here.